Hey guys, sorry about that. Um, soon as I sat down, then I had to pee, so I had to get up. Then I was like, now I need to get tissues because I've blown my nose so much where I'm sick that the end of it is raw, and I've been like putting chapstick on the end of it. But how are you guys? What are you up to? Hey, just me. Hey, Woofy. Hey, Denise. Hey, Canadian Mama. Hey, Amber. By the way, I did send that today. Um, hey, Kelly. Ooh, hey, Amber. So, we have a lot to talk about. I know that Kelly and Amber have done this, but I haven't watched the full interview, so I do want to, if we have time, go through Robin's interview with the interview room. But I also want to look at the other times that she spoke out. I thought about this, the other day. When she found out that interview was coming out, she just seemed like panicked. Hey, Mexie. Hey, Insanely Confused, the Pink Dahlia. Um, but before that, I want to talk about what's happening right now. And I think maybe I'll just pull up their Twitter. But like I was going to be on camera today, but on the computer, it just does not look right. So I'm not going to, but I might come on for a minute. But first, let's look at these. So we know that there's people out there that have been protesting TBI and some different things like that. Happening now. Protesters are at a job site where Dawn and Candace Wells are inside right now, yelling justice for Summer. Don Wells called Kingsport police on protesters outside his job today. Police told Don the protesters have a First Amendment right to be there. We weren't breaking the law. Don and Candace eventually left the job site while protesters shouted at them, "Where is Summer Wells?" And then there's, Candace driving the Subaru. That picture right there, that's just sad to me. I mean, these folks protest their crack dealer. They're working, trying to make a living. We don't know for sure if they're guilty or not. I'm suspicious too. But damn, man, because I'm hearing that he was fired. I don't know if that's true. Maybe somebody could let us know. But it's like, wait, is this for YouTube content? I don't know. It's like, because I don't know how it helps Summer, getting them fired. Like I said, protest the crack dealer or whatever the hell. But I don't know. I've heard conflicting things if he was fired or not. I believe that's Molly, right? I'm not sure. How do you guys feel about this? I feel sad because I'm like, even when they were protesting at their house, it's like, what if they are innocent? He wasn't fired per Benny Keys. Thank you, Samara. Thank you. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, I'm willing to feel all points of view. I just think like, man, what if they're innocent and then like they really are wondering where their missing daughter is, and then they have to deal with people screaming at the bottom of their hill, it's you did it, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I agree, Canadian Mama. That's wrong. Don't mess with someone's job. That's kind of how I feel. Like I said, go down the street and protest at the dope house. Don't serve Dawn and Candace. I mean, that wouldn't. But hey, Mystic Firefly, and thank you. Hey, Tia. Oh, I'm happy you're here. Benny's most recent video, in the comments, Benny says he was fired, but that Dawn hadn't told him that at the time. Annoyed too. Oh, thank you, Mystic Firefly. It's not even close to being right, but the police said they are allowed to protest. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see really quickly if I can pull up his Twitter. I've never been on this computer on Twitter in my account, but it's trying to log me into my account, my personal, like a private one that I use sometimes. But that is just weird. Well, maybe we'll be able to look at it, you guys. Let's see what you think. Interesting how they feel smarter than all agencies involved. I know. Hey, Miss Not Me V. I can't believe anything that comes out of his mouth. If you're on Twitter at all, JLR's yeah. That's what I was going to do. And that's what we can do together as soon as I can get in. Believe too many shenanigans from Don and Candace. That employer finally decided he was just too much of a liability to the company. Much more to his firing than just protesters in one day. But they shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, I'm sure it's like this. When you're dealing with anybody who's actively using, you know how it is. Lies, manipulation, you're never on time, you're not responsible, can't count on you to actually be there when you're supposed to be. That's just the name of the game. And it can be a person who out of addiction is a really great person or whatever, so, and it's no judgment towards that person. It's just truly, I know because I've been there, and I know when I was using, I was just such a different person. Like now I'm super responsible. Anybody can count on me for anything. Like if my niece's mom needs me anytime, day or night, she calls. If somebody needs to get the baby, she knows I'll be there. But back in the day, I just wasn't responsible like that. Hey, checking convictions. Couch detectives, what they did to Dawn and Candace today was so low. Yeah, I don't like it. Hey, Nikki. Mexie says, Nikki Rex. These people are too far over the line, in my opinion. Thank you, Insanely Confused. Okay, let's see if it let me get in. Suspicious login prevented. But it still did let me. Oh, guess what, you guys? Okay. So, Harmony Montgomery, they're doing a big search on the backyard of their old home, and police are unthawing frozen pipes in the back of the house. They have the tent set up, when they find someone, or they put those white tents up, the square tents that we saw with Gabby. You see it in, when they find the person. It's for drama. Okay. I forgot. I got to get this off the screen before I can show you. Okay. I don't like it because this is, even if it is for drama or whatever, the problem is that it directly impacts a case. And that's because, creator drama, that's one thing a lot of times I'll know what's happening. I don't like to get too, wrapped up in that, talk about it on here, anything. But when it involves, like, directly is impacting a case like that, it's so hard. It is so hard, especially when you really care about the case. And I don't know. Okay. So here's what I was talking about. Ryan Inton is there. He did an interview with Harmony's mom. He said police are back in the neighborhood where the search for Harmony has been happening. The people who live in the house now have nothing to do with the case. Neighbors are irritated with media, likely why cops are back. Let's see. I could show you, but let's do this first. So, or I'll do another live on it. Actually, I think I did post about it. I did. So you can see what I'm talking about on the community page. This was the home Dawn Wells worked at around the time Summer went missing in Jonesboro, Tennessee. Pretty house. Pretty little house. Dawn Wells, okay, we already saw that. That's the picture that really, it just hurts my heart. I don't like it. I'm so suspicious of Candace too. Y'all know that. I'm the first one who's on here like, your story's not adding up. You said something different at this time. You're saying one thing, Dawn's saying another. Where's these 2 hours? But this is just beyond. Because we just don't know. Feeding Dawn and Candace's hungry dogs outside their home in the rain while looking for missing 5-year-old Summer Wells. Where is Summer Wells? Check it out. Love animals. And they have a video up where they're going to these like abandoned trailers and they're like, where's Summer Wells? Have you seen Summer Wells? Nobody's there. Like, it's like, are you saying that for the video? I don't know. I don't. Search for Summer continues tomorrow. So here they are in the wooded terrain by the Wells home looking for Summer. It's pretty crazy, though. That gives you guys an idea of kind of how it looks in areas like around here. I'm not far from there, a couple of hours, and it looks just like that. Appalachian Mountains, and they're kind of, in that at the bottom of that range as well. Yeah. Think about it when all those trees, because we see the pictures of them at the house, and you can see from the bottom of the hill, you guys know what I'm talking about. I can't see the comments right this second, but you see all the trees and none of them have leaves on them, so you can see the house up there. But if we think about when she went missing and how, how lush that was of an area that was, it'd be very hard to see her. It'd be very hard to find her. Like see her if you were looking for her and she was out there running or something, had wandered off. Had a great interview with Dudley Agent. So they also did an interview with Dudley. There's been a couple of those going around. Theirs was in person at a restaurant, so that will be really, really interesting to see the body language and stuff. You can't be serious. This I thought was interesting. The Humane Society of Hawkins County has received 43 complaints of animal abuse on the property in the last 4 years. Another YouTuber that was there. They did a donation, which I have to say that was very kind of them, and they should do that because I know they're getting tons of donations themselves and giving back to the community, but I do appreciate that. Oh, this is when, yeah.
Robin Lane and her family. We have a situation with some YouTubers there who are running around videoing little kids, putting the videos online from inside.
So I'm not going to play that though. We fed the dogs again today in the rain. Those dogs don't look like, let's check them out. Because we keep hearing people say they look so hungry, they're so abused. I mean, those ain't skinny dogs. I've seen some neglected dogs out in the country and at dope houses. And I don't know. I mean, this one, the one on the end, you can kind of see his little bones right there. But I think that That's not that abnormal, but I mean, look at these guys. They're not missing meals, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but it was kind of them to bring dog food. However, I think kind of screaming the things. If you guys saw my latest video, that's a short video, which really didn't get viewed many times. There's a clip in there, and I don't want to keep repeating it because it's so gross, but of, she probably hit her, of an assumption of what could have happened. But the way that it was said, I mean, you're not going to no one's going to talk to you doing that, even if you bring dog food and stuff. Or is that like a reason why you're there? I'm not sure why because they didn't leave at all. They left like one bag each time. There they are at this, the swimming hole. Who told us in text yesterday he was at Seventh Day? Are no longer allowed to attend there. Is that true? I've heard that that's not true. They're still part of the church. Okay, let me check in with you guys. I'm going to have to pause and blow my nose in a second. Oh my God, I'm way behind in comments, y'all. I am sorry. But I know there's a lot in that. Those are the bully dogs. Apparently, there are several slouched in there are several slouched in trees afraid to come get food. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. The one that Summer, what didn't Summer name it Lucky? That is just sad. Yeah, Lucky, her dog. Hey, Cotton Candy Boobs. Oh, I sent something to you today, too. I will send you a picture of the tracking after I get off here. They look healthy. These dogs are well fed. Hey, Mark. I don't think it was just from the protesters. Dudley gave out info that hurt that company of how Dawn would do one coat of mud and that it molded. Dawn used old mud. I think a lot more to his firing. Yeah, makes sense. Hey, Archimedes girl. Oh, you got your stuff, Cheryl? You have to reach out to her. Because I talked to her earlier and she's like, I wonder if she's got it yet. I haven't heard from her. So close to home for me. Oh, I'm sorry. They are so over what is right and wrong, no matter how you feel about them. They are not charged with anything. I'm not a fan of many of the things they did. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't think that you should be filming people without their consent. Hey, Tia. Oh, I love you. I don't think you should be filming people without their consent, That's just not, I don't like that. And you can tell. Okay, Amber. I do have some tea, Jules. I might make some. I rescued a beagle. Oh, that was sweet. I used to have a, what are they called with the long ears? Oh, it's a hound dog, but remember how that church films the kids? Yeah. I wasn't really talking about the kids. I just mean like in general, because there's a video that JLR shared, and I appreciate the information they've gotten. I have, but I have to be honest. I just have to be honest, y'all. This is something that is so close to my heart that it really gets me like feeling some type of way when different things happen. But anyways, they have a video where they're filming this guy in his truck, and they're kind of asking him questions, and Bullhorn Betty is like right at the window, and she turns around. JLR's filming behind her, but she turns around and she has her phone like on her chest in her hand, but you can tell she's filming. And they've said before, they have it right out in the open, but they try not. I forget how they said it, but I don't know. I feel like even if you can't film, like say you're out there and you're doing that, and you ask them, and if they don't want to be on camera, then maybe you just get their information and then talk about it with your viewers or whatever. Basset Hound. Yep. Oh, I loved him so much. He was so cute, but like he would lay in my bed with me all the time, but he would like go get a drink and his ears would get wet. Like then he would get back in the bed, and yeah, they're super lazy, like calm he was anyway. Apparently they were all wearing pin cameras at church. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about that, Mystic? Do you think it doesn't really matter how we feel. We're just giving our opinion. Really, I don't know. But whether it's against the law or not, that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm just like talking about right versus wrong. Um, you know, most hound dogs are awesome dogs. Sneaky spy pins. They do not care. They have no tact or moral code. And today, complains that she needs a new computer and a new cell phone. Well, get one. You'll get your YouTube check and get one. That's how, like, some things we should buy ourselves. I pay for all the different lights I bought. Like, I wouldn't let my viewers buy my laptop, or I wouldn't, like, not especially when they've bought, like, think of how much that they've gotten them. I don't know. Oh, Amber, awesome. The church. Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about the church. Okay, Robin has always been suspicious to me. I want to watch some of her stuff with you guys, and let's talk about it. I do have on my phone like a few different videos that I thought we could look at. But let me get YouTube pulled up here. I don't know. I don't want to be even personally talking or attacking anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm just saying I think that we have an obligation to like not not get in the way of the investigation and not I don't know. Okay. Okay. Bashing the team just gets in more and more views. In all honesty, they're shedding light on this case of missing summer whales to the world. Yeah, I'm not bashing them. I won't do that. But also, I don't care, like, if they get views or not. I've invested thousands on my channel. I would never ask my supporters. I truly do not feel they're in the way, though. Well, look, I think some of the things they're doing are great. They could be really helpful. But also some of the things are pretty bad, and I'm kind of actually really against putting out there that Summer is presumed dead. They've ruled out certain people they have. Just complete misinformation. And then, going off of that and jumping, like, I don't know. I just don't think that we should be saying that people are guilty for sure when we don't know what the police have. We don't know. And I think that it just causes a bunch of confusion, a bunch of drama, a big circus. And then, what is everybody talking about? And I don't know. But that's all right. Let's just talk about Robin, because she is shady to me. She is shady. I don't know what Laura's doing, Mystic. I haven't watched that. I agree, Bobby. That's where I'm at. No, Canadian Mama and the police have said they do not. They are not working with anybody. And do not be, just be aware of where your money goes, because we're not working with anybody. Robin is a dental hygienist and she saw Summer's neglected teeth. Good point. That is a good point. I hadn't thought about that. I knew she was a hygienist, but I never thought about that. Giggles, it's weird because law enforcement, we saw Ronnie Lawson claim that Dawn and Candace passed polygraphs. We know they said they've been cooperative. They didn't even have to get warrants to search the property, the house, and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So, no, protesting is, but I'm saying like the things that they were saying. We just have to agree to disagree on that one. You know what I mean? Beauty and brains. That's just my thought. Yep, I agree. The pink dahlia. Screaming to a mother whose child is missing that she probably cracked her in the head with something and different things like that. That is not really, I don't know. It just feels so wrong. Every bit inside of me feels wrong watching that stuff. It just does. And that's just, like I said, I gotta be honest. But anyways, okay. We're moving on to Mrs. Robin. Yeah, you're right, Beauty and Brains, and that's always positive. Getting more attention on it, that's a good thing. So the same something doesn't sit right with me in regards to Robin. All right, well, let's check her out. It's like, I don't know. Okay. Hopefully the videos I was wanting to look at will just come up. If not, I'll find them because I do have them saved. Robin Lancer. There's the interview room. I want to see that video of her in the glasses, but I don't know which one I should play, but that's not the only one I wanted to see. Oh, we'll play this because I like Amanda and I know she wouldn't mind.
Live streaming can be tricky and sometimes trying to find the right
without Summer.
Your questions outweigh answers on those long and lonely nights.
Her pastor remembers the missing girl as a presence in church.
Wonderful little girl, 5 years old, full of life, a free spirit. In our church, she didn't want to sit still. She was so curious, running around trying to figure things out and just enjoy the worship service.
Summer's disappearance is touching people states away. Joseph Broadwater traveled from Virginia to be at this prayer circle.
We believe that there's hope, and that's one thing that we always want to cling on to, especially Christians, is that we have this hope.
Also here, Summer's Sabbath teacher, Robin Lane. She had the little girl in her class for several years.
There were times where I found it hard to teach because she had her arms around me all the time. And there were times I get frustrated with it because I was like, I need to have my hands. I need to do my job, as teaching. And she just wanted love so much. And I treasured that. I absolutely treasured that. And I'd do anything to have her arms around my neck again. I really would. I just love her so much. And she just had so much love to give.
Hope is at the center of this prayer circle.
Now, we have to admit, okay, this would be so weird, to be, not directly involved with this kind of situation, but kind of on the side and being interviewed on the news and stuff. That'd be very awkward. Nobody's really, people are going to look awkward. It's an awkward situation. So I don't want to be too critical of her, but still.
Hope that Summer returns.
This is just one more miracle. It's not too much to ask of God. God can do this. He's got this. We just have to believe him.
In Kingsport, Ashley Bowley, WVLT News.
I don't want to give up.
Let him go whenever you're ready, bud.
Oh, how sad. Okay. I gotta get my phone so I can see what y'all are saying. Uh-oh, psych, sound off. I'm sorry. Tammy Lou, I hope to get some info on the fake child abduction they practice at that church. I get weird vibes from her too, but she's so sweet and pretty. She's very pretty. I feel super bad about her child being, oh my God, I feel super bad about that too. That is just not cool at all. That's another thing I'm saying that these people are doing that is just not right. It's not. Legality aside, right and wrong, you don't do that. And let's say you do some kind of secret mission at the church. For one, you should blur everybody's face, but certainly blur out any children and things like that. That's just... Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Ooh, let's watch this.
Son,
this is something
we're grabbing
super
burgers
weird
for dinner if you're interested.
I'm vegan, Walter.
You had bacon for breakfast.
Hey, I have this
No, don't change.
strange piece of information. A Twitter profile named Nerdy Addict has been doing an amazing job of assisting with missing persons cases. He has a drone, and the footage he obtains is so clear and insightful. He was the one that got the footage of Brian Laundrie's parents in their garden as well. Anyway, it was said that Robin, from the church that Summer and her family attends, owns a red Toyota Tacoma. As shocking as that may seem, there is more to this. Robin didn't deny that they owned a red or maroon Toyota truck. Nerdy Addict messaged Candace to find out what she thought about Robin.
I like this guy's videos. They're pretty good. Isn't the channel's Evil Exist only because it puts out information quickly.
And the red Tacoma. Candace replied that Robin is a good person and helping her get teeth done. I am not sure what that has to do with the red truck, but that is what Candace said.
Johnny.
Something that came to my mind when I heard about this is the fact that Robin was one of the first people they called when Summer went missing. She drove up to their house that night. She has also been involved in handing out missing flyers for Summer and attending the prayer vigils. She has definitely faced her fair share of backlash, as people speculated that she was involved in Summer's disappearance.
Well, he wasn't going to talk about it. I think it was the
strange
other
occurrence
one.
is the blue minivan comment that Candace and Dawn made on Dr. Phil. Have you heard of a blue minivan in the Summer Wells case at all? It caught me by surprise.
That comment caught me by surprise too. That was weird. we've all seen that footage of, Summer running around in church and Candace sleeping over in the corner. Right here, see? Let's see. I wonder if we'll actually see the interview here.
Summer's parents told us she really looked up to her Sabbath school teacher. And sometimes it was hard to teach because she wanted to be in my lap, holding me and hugging me. I just discovered that it was actually easier for me just to hold her and let her love on me and hug me and teach with her on me than it was to make her sit in a chair.
Robin Lane tells me she had a close bond with Summer.
She was a helper. She loved to help. She loved to love on us. And I just loved her little arms around my neck all the time.
She recalled she was attending her own daughter's dance recital the night Summer disappeared.
I was taking my little girl's pictures before her dance class, and I noticed I was missing calls from Candace. Before I even had a chance to call her, she messaged me again on Facebook Messenger, and she was just in a panic mode. And she says, Summer's gone. We can't find her anywhere. The police are here searching. And I said, I'll be right there.
Lane said she arrived at the Beach Creek area around at 9 p.m. on June 15th. The night Summer was reported missing.
I was ready. I was like, let's do this.
You guys. So I'm guessing that they were just as close to Robin before. She says, Candace was calling me. She had missed calls and messages from her and stuff.
Just like, we get the flashlights out. Let's get some snacks in our bags. It's going to be an all-nighter, And they wouldn't let us.
The one. Okay, yeah. Let me play that again. She's talking about the night Summer went missing. That's just like.
The flashlights out. Let's get some snacks in our bags. It's going to be an all-nighter, And they wouldn't let us. They wouldn't let us even go up there.
Police blocking the entrance to Ben Hill Road. Lane says she offered assistance the only way she could.
We showed them some pictures of Summer. The police didn't have very good pictures of her, or some of them hadn't even seen a picture of her yet.
Later that night.
So you gave her pictures with long hair? Because that's all the pictures that came out at first, even though she had no hair at the time, which is just.
She was granted access to the Wells home.
At that point, there's really nothing I could do. They just needed someone to pray with them. You feel really helpless in that situation because you want to do something. It makes you feel better to do something. But we couldn't, so we just prayed and we just hugged on them and loved on the boys. And they, of course, were just shattered and just confused, as was I.
Oh, thank you, Cheryl. You're too sweet. I love you. Thank you so much. Hey, Amanda, did you see her? She came in chat just before you did and said, oh my God, I got the best package ever from Amanda. I love it so much. So yeah. So many opinions in this case. That's what all these channels are pushing, the facts and deflections and completely make it impossible to know what is real and what are. I know. That's part of the problem I have, with don't get a big head. Okay, Canadian Mama. So when Summer went missing, there were reports of a Toyota Tacoma. Hold on. Beauty and Brains. I know Robin's daughter was on camera there, but then her mother had given consent. You know what I mean? It's different to do it in a place where you're not expecting it, to sneak and do it, and you haven't given consent and to put it out. That's just my opinion. But, okay. The red truck. When Summer went missing, there was a red truck seen in the area. Let me stop this for a second. I think I have a photo of the truck. Then there was flyers that were put out saying, if you've seen this truck, if you've seen a truck that looks like this, please call law enforcement. It was an early 90s Toyota Tacoma. Okay. Then, since it was on the flyers and Robin was helping pass out flyers, she actually changed the flyers. And I have a video with the text where she's talking about it in a text. She actually edited the flyers and said, ruled out. She wrote, this has been ruled out on there. Ruled out or checked out. And it actually hadn't. It's actually still to this day never been found. at least like within a month or two, the police have put out a notice that no, the red truck still hasn't been found. And we have not heard that it has since. But we have heard that Robin actually owns a reddish maroon early 90s Toyota Tacoma. So it's just something suspicious. Doesn't really mean anything. Oh, she did? I'm glad she took it down. That's good. Easter video makes me so mad because Summer's dressed like the little girls have dresses on. Why would a young boy do that on a day out? I don't know, Dolly, unless they had some kind of relationship going, which is what I'm very. Why else is it? Okay. Oh. Y'all, I get worked up and y'all know it. I am 32 years old. There is no way in hell I'm going to pick up any 14, 15, even 20-year-old boy, but especially 14, 15, 16-year-old boy, and going and taking him to hang out. Then it'd be different if it was like going to pick him up and she's got her 3 sons and Summer too, and they all go swimming. But it's just weird to me. I mean, it just is. That's so suspicious. Yes. Exactly. Okay, so I'm wearing the scrunchie and earrings now. Love them. Aw. Yeah, Amanda, one of my mods and one of my really good friends, she does a lot of crafting. She makes hats and all kinds of stuff, different things with resin, really pretty things. Can you put your Facebook thing on here? It's called like the Rowdy Crafter. Can you put it on here? I love Evil Exists. Awesome. Yeah, let's just be nice to each other, even when we do have difference of opinion. Oh no. The lamp broke. Yeah, please. Let's just be kind to each other in chat. Please, please, please. We have different opinions. Guess what? Me and my friends have different opinions all the time. We don't get mad about it. We don't fight about it. We don't like draw a line in the sand and say, you stay over there. I'm going to stay over here. I swear. Like, I know it's hard. Like, sometimes on here, people get in like, where it's like everybody needs to think the same way at the same time. Well, it's just never going to happen. So at least when you're talking to people with different opinions and things like that, then you might learn something. You might not, but at least you'll test your own opinions and it'll really like make your own theories and opinions strong. Why is a 15-year-old asking what Candace's husband is calling for? Very weird. I appreciate all of you guys and your opinions, and I know, and listen, I know, I don't even remember who had said that to Beauty and Brains. I'm not trying to be like too fussy, because I know that emotions get really high around this stuff, right? We're talking about a missing little baby that all of us have grown to be like super attached to in a way, and we care very much about. So it's easy to do, but just try to remember that, it's better to be kind, and you never know what the person on the other side of the computer is going through. You really don't. And somebody could be, acting fine, and one little thing could be like that final straw of an awful day. Oh, Canadian mama. I'll give you any detail you want, girl. always questioned the things this 15-year-old has said. Either that or there were many inappropriate things going on across the board. Completely agree. Beauty and brains. Now, see, you're going to like that. That's one thing that I have said that Bullhorn Betty is completely right on. Summer saved those kids. She did. This situation, it saved the boys. At least they are safe and in a place where, you know, I don't know. And I'm hopeful. I hope that their parents will try to get better and do better. And I just have, I don't know. But you guys, I'm gonna just mute for 1 second. I need to blow my nose, and then we're gonna go to one more video by Evil Exists that I want you guys to see. A message where Robin talks about those flyers that she edited, and it's only like a 2-minute video, and then we'll click on her interview. Okay. I think we're going to find out. I agree with you. There's probably is a lot of bad players and a lot of, bad stuff happening. You're right, checking convictions. Now, I have to say, you are absolutely right. The whole system needs an overhaul. Things need to change because we're hearing about kids that are either in foster care or being adopted or have went back home after foster care and they're dying because they're not keeping a close enough eye on them. Hey, Carl, we're not going to not be nice to you. Foster homes aren't rainbows and sunshine. Absolutely. Now, I think there are some good ones, but there are some bad ones, But I hear that supposedly they're doing well, and I hope that that's true. Hey, Kelly. Oh, I hope your dinner was good, girl. Okay. So let's go to 1 sec. Summer Wells, Robin Lane, Evil Exists. Yeah, you guys go check out that channel when you can. Would one of you guys with a wrench mind to please grab this channel link and drop it in chat? I'm going to show you right now. My parents were foster parents. Oh, awesome. Nice to meet you, Carl. I completely think. Oh, it's so gross. Okay. So, this is not the video, but we might check that one out. Minus the red truck. Okay, hold up. Let's click on this while I look for the video title on my phone. Please.
In July, Robin did an interview with Chris McDonough. It was clearly shown during that interview that Robin crossed out the red truck and wrote "ruled out" on the posters. That shocked many recently when we heard that Robin in fact owns a red truck too.
Here we go. Uh-huh.
Take note that Robin never confirmed with any official that the red truck had been rolled out. However, she still decided to go ahead.
See, as for the red truck, I was told by a friend who I thought was in the know that the red truck had been ruled out. And after changing the flyers, realized it was not ruled out. So that was my mistake.
And print missing posters, excluding the red truck. She handed them out at a prayer vigil and mentioned that they even sent some to Mexico. It just seems odd that she would do all that without even thinking for a second to confirm this information with the authorities. What do you think? It seems like she was determined to make people forget about the red truck.
She has flyers too, that's pretty cool.
I'm going to go ahead and sum up at Walmart because I haven't found Walmart. I have, so I want to know who's please.
Girlfriend.
Thank you, Robin.
There might be some more. You guys.
And please pass these out.
Yeah, take one to
And she left this stack over there on the table.
I'll take him, Billy. I got it.
Okay. So now y'all saw the message I was talking about. We're going to go here. I don't want to take too long. I've already dragged this
Aloha,
out
everybody,
for
and
so
welcome to
long.
the interview room. Recently, I've interviewed thousands of people, from serial killers to ministers. Welcome to the interview room.
Yeah, Jenny for the block. That's awesome to hear. My brother, he was a foster parent, and him and his wife, they took in these 6 kids, 6 brothers and sisters, because they didn't want them to be separated, and they actually end up adopting them. And they gave them, a life. These kids had never had a Lunchable. They had never been to a movie theater. I mean, thank God for my brother because he really changed their life, I wish that I could do it, and I totally would. Oh, thank you, Beauty and Brains. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Kelly. But yeah, I wish I had like the space and the money to adopt or foster. I would do it in a heartbeat. I would absolutely love to have another little baby to take care of. Bentley's 5. He's losing teeth and, all that big kid stuff. I've had my issues checking convictions. I made a video of some things I was, unhappy to see in a case whenever the Brian Laundrie stuff happened. And, I wish that he would have explained and just said I was wrong. That wasn't him on Twitter. I think it's hard to say when we're wrong, but it goes a long way. So I did a video on the church, you guys, a long time ago. Amanda, you could, ask Jenny anything, and then when you get the time, I did like some research into the basics around it and stuff, and put together a video a few months ago. Member for 7 months? What? Sure, I love you. Thank you. I know, she reminds me of that meet for sure.
If you're looking for insurance for your business,
God,
go
y'all.
spend 10
I'm
minutes.
sorry.
Go to nextinsurance.com and get a quote.
Did I do that? I did. Thank you for being here. Take a seat.
You teach the little ones.
Now, you guys, why did he not let this out whenever it happened? Why was it like a few months later? And, and she was so worried about it. I wish I had that video where she was like, I don't know. It's been so long since the interview happened. I don't know what's in it, and she was very nervous. She felt the need to speak out before it came out.
About gospel principles
Put all my kids up for
and bringing them to Christ, if I'm hearing you correctly.
Yes, that's right.
How did Summer gravitate towards that? Tell me about that.
I'm trying to remember the first time I ever, they ever came to church. It seems like she was just very excited to be here. And she just wanted to just be loved.
Oh, I
She
thought
just
you were
wanted to be
joking.
loved.
I'm so sorry if you weren't.
Then I could.
Then I'm on the same exact page as Beauty and Brains. There is nothing wrong. It's actually the strong thing to do. That is, sometimes you have to realize that maybe you're not in the right place for it, and you give your child that gift by doing that. So if you weren't joking, I'm 100% sorry, really, really sorry, and never would laugh about that. It was totally not, yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know, you guys. Oh, okay. Okay, let's try this now, and you let me know how it sounds.
I sense that from her from the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's a little girl who just wants to be loved, And luckily our Sabbath school classes are all about that. They're all about just sharing love with the kids and teaching about someone that they can count on that's always going to be there for them. And I think that I know she enjoyed coming. Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw obviously there are a couple of videos that are floating around on YouTube and where, she is coming up to you on you call that the bema?
The platform.
The platform. Yeah. Okay, right. Where she's coming.
We're not Jewish, but yeah.
Wait, didn't Summer? Is that neck? Did Summer give her that necklace?
Where she comes up, and I can tell. She was, what was your impression of all of that when she would do that?
I loved it because I'm nervous when I get up front. Okay. And a lot of people, because I'm up front a lot, people probably think that I'm comfortable up there. I get nervous every single time. And I love it when the kids come up there. And she would come up there and just join me and hang off of me and sing a little bit. It was wonderful. Yeah. And the church loves it too. Yeah.
Very open.
Yes.
So that wasn't unusual then?
No. Okay, kids come up there all the time.
Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people have read into that as if, she's just running around the church. Is she running around the church?
Yeah, there were times that
I'm curious. When you guys see that video, just a quick thing I want to see your comment here because I can't see when I'm sharing and the phone's making it echo. When you see that video of Summer running around the church and Candace was asleep, what do you think about that? Are you on the side that thinks, they're at church and she knows she's safe and she knows everyone, or are you thinking, I could never do that, but also, hello. She could have been abducted then, you never know. And also, what are you doing that you can't stay awake in church? Just like an hour or so. I don't know. Ridiculous. I want to smack Mommy Dearest. You can say anything you want, Jenny. I don't really care. I'm kind of lax when it comes to that. I really love to share other channels and talk about other channels. So yeah, you can totally share another channel's name or whatever. It is disrespectful. And then you see like the people in there, like that one lady had to scold Summer. I would be thinking, what about them? Okay.
She was, to be honest. And I'm sure that there were some people who might have, rolled their eyes or something. I mean, personally, I just love to see children in the church, and whatever level of being able to sit still that they're at, I'm okay with that. Nobody that I'm aware of ever said anything ugly to her or the family about it. We just love that the kids are there. We just love that
I
they're
find
there.
it weird she
But
doesn't
to be
look at
honest,
him
yeah,
much.
she did. She ran around.
She kind of looks
on
down
the
and then like
platform and stuff.
glances
Yeah,
at
she
him, but
did. And it's not that we didn't.
well, there
We
she goes
actually
looking
had
dead at him.
a class where we would teach the kids about how to sit still in church,
How to
and
be reverent.
how to be reverent.
Yeah.
And some grasp it quicker than others, and some have just energy that they just get
Hey, I'm
contained.
going
So
through this with
Yeah.
y'all.
And that leads me into
I'm
a
gonna
thought
change my
of
mind. I'm
what
human.
was she like? And when you talk about her energy, what meaning was there any indication that she was on maybe an autism spectrum or anything to that effect?
I am no expert on that, but I had been asked that before, and I don't think so. I don't think so. But she did speak. People would sometimes think that she never talked.
I
She
got
did
my
talk.
phone
When she
out.
wanted to say something,
I'm
she could
thinking,
say.
is it echoing now that my phone's right here? Because I think it was just up so loud, the sound was coming back into the mic, and that's what was happening.
It clearly is day. She's very good at enunciating her words and everything. But she didn't talk often. But when she wanted to, she did. I don't think that there was autism. But like I said, I'm not like.
Okay, a lot of people think she is putting on like an act. Canadian mama. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Nikki. A lot of people think she's putting on an act. She seems very naive and giddy at times. I mean, we saw her excited to get like the packing the snacks and stuff. And then you wonder, is she just like an innocent church going type of girl? Or, I mean, they say, well, it's true. Her ex-husband was an addict. So I know that, she can't be, I've said this before on here, but you can't really be that naive after dealing with an addict, especially in a marriage or whatever, because they are going to manipulate you, lie to you. You're going to see the darkest of the dark, 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 She does look like she works out. She's got some fit arms. Yeah, she's very
licensed to
Right.
or anything.
Right. From a mom's perspective now.
From a mom's perspective, I don't think that she was autistic. I would make eye contact with her.
Okay.
And I would make her make eye contact with me sometimes, because sometimes she did want to glance around, but no, she would make eye contact. I don't think so.
There's one video where she reaches up and touches your face.
Yes.
Is that related to that?
She wanted my attention. She wanted me to look at her too.
Okay.
Which I usually am more than happy to do, but when I'm up front leading song service, that's not.
Summer was very comfortable with her.
It's easy.
Okay. What were favorite things in your class?
What were her favorite things?
Yeah.
Just helping. She wanted to get down on the floor. We have like memory verses and stickers, and we would put the day's memory verse on this sheet every Sabbath.
I guess you could get into that mode of like giddy, innocent, naive if you're a Sunday school teacher, and you're kind of talking to kids all the time. Because like communicating and interacting with kids is just so different than with adults. I don't know.
There's a line with the memory verses on there for the memory verse for that week.
Okay.
And I was just kind of helping get those memory verse sheets ready for the kids. And she wanted to get down and help me. We were down on the floor. She putting stickers on there. She was whatever it was that I was prepping for in the class. She was right there beside me wanting to help. Now, there were times she would sit and listen,
Amber,
and she did do that
hiding
too. But her main thing she wanted to do was help.
And how many other kids in your class, approximately?
The pink dahlia, no. I think I've noticed a little bit of a resentment towards her as well. When she talks about, when just like Summer always wanting to be holding her and always that, I don't know. I totally get what you mean. Okay, if you didn't know anything about this case and did not listen to audio, would you think this was about a missing child? No, I totally get what you're saying. Robin loves Summer. Yeah, and I'm sure she does. I do. I'm just saying this is just a discussion about it. If you're like super personally involved with these people or anything, it could be offensive or whatever. I would totally suggest not even letting yourself get offended by it. Don't even watch because I don't want to offend anybody at all. Sometimes I think that like this channel is a true crime, discussion channel. We're going to talk about it. Also, like, I'll do little videos to fill you in or tell you about other cases and stuff. But then we're going to sit down together and go through stuff together and learn about stuff together, investigate together. And we're going to have to weigh out the options of everything. And some of it's not pretty, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or offend anyone, because it's not ever like personal. Yeah. Giggling and seeming nice does not mean she is naive. No, but she does sound naive in certain clips that she's done with Cher. She, like, talking about, about what they believe in, and not even knowing what, I don't know. Some things I don't even know exactly why we believe that way. So, she wants her pastor there because he could answer questions. She can just different things that she says make it seem like she may be naive, but I don't believe that she is all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know, maybe there's probably 20 or so.
Was there anything, was she doing anything outside of the realm of what the other children may have done?
No, don't
Meaning,
shut up.
was it unusual for just Summer to do that, or were the other kids doing it as well? Meaning wanting to help, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Or was she a little bit further ahead?
She was the special one that I allowed to do that, because the other kids would usually sit and listen in class. Summer was the one that it was easier just to let her help than to try to get her to sit still. Sure. So I allowed her. And my little girl even would sometimes be like, Mommy, I want to help too. And I'm like, you sit and listen.
What was it like having her in your arms?
Oh, it was just so sweet. There were times, I'm going to admit, it was frustrating because I'd be trying to lead a class and teach, and she'd kind of be in the way or doing things, squirming. I'd say, you quit being a squirmy tail.
Is that what you mean, like when she seems like there's some resentment there?
Yeah, she's just moving around all the time. So there were times it was frustrating, but I loved it. And now looking back, I'd do anything for another day with my little squirmy tail girl in my arms. Yeah.
Yeah, it's taken an emotional impact on a lot of people, huh? Help me understand those feelings.
It changes from one day to the next. It changes. There are days where there have been really bad days where I could not eat. I could not sleep. I would just...
And Amanda, this interview was done in the summer. It wasn't released until November-ish, but it was done in the summer. Oh, Jenny, I appreciate that totally, but yeah. I just do Allie with the details of where to find the info. Stuff. No, you can. I wouldn't get mad about any of that.
Cry all day long, and could barely work. It was that bad. And then there's been other days where I just have so much hope. Today's one of those days. I'm feeling so much hope today, and I'm in a good mood. I'm like, God is going to bring, this is all going to be for God's glory, and I'm just waiting in anticipation for that day that she's found, and we're going to praise God even more because it's going to be a miracle.
Right.
It will be a miracle when she's found.
Right.
And when she is found, it is going to bring so much glory to God. It's going to answer a million people's prayers. I mean, Billy, I don't know how many people are praying for this little girl, but so many.
Right. Many. The world.
The world.
About a month.
The world is praying for her.
Really?
Thank you.
That's today. Today, that's where I'm at. I'm feeling so much hope today.
Right.
But if you'd asked me this yesterday was a rough day for me for some reason.
Yeah.
It changes.
So it's a in your mind.
Weird. I don't know. That's Canadian Mama. Not that I know of. There's been some talk about different things, but they say no.
It is a faith journey here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then when she would come to church, when the first time you saw her, what was your impression when if you can remember? And I don't even know, how long ago was that? Do you know?
Probably about 2.5 years, maybe. Okay. I'm thinking approximately 2.5.
Okay. And who Who brought her to church?
Her mom and dad.
Her mom and
Yeah.
dad, both
Yep.
Dawn and Candace. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
Well, when they first came here, Candace and Dawn know I love them and that I don't mean this in a judgy way at all. But sometimes when people come in for the first time and, just dressed kind of down, we kind of think maybe they're just here to
kind of like me.
Yeah. Just like,
In your khakis and dress shirt.
We're not all fancy.
That's right. I am dressed down, so I can relate where you're going right away. Go ahead.
Well, they'll come in wearing t-shirts and jeans. I mean, it's not that it's a bad thing. I actually am glad people come dressing down because it makes other people feel more welcome.
Yeah.
But I mean, when they first came in, I thought, well, maybe they're here for donations.
The widows might.
Wow. She thought they were coming to get donations.
Yeah, the widows might. Yes, absolutely. Oh, praise the Lord. And I thought maybe that was it, but you know what? They came. Their kids just seemed to love it, and they seemed to love coming to Sabbath school.
Were the boys here too?
The boys were here.
The whole
Everyone was
family.
here, yep. And I was just happy to have them here. Everyone was happy to see them, and I didn't know if we'd see them again, but they were here the next Sabbath, and then they were here the next Sabbath, and I was like, wow, they're really coming. They're on time. They come on time, and they leave at the end of church.
I wonder if they did get donations.
They're not here just to check us out or to get anything. They're here because they want to worship.
Okay.
They want to worship, yeah.
So there was a sincerity there.
There was.
And Candace was here today.
She was here.
Okay. Yeah, she told me that yesterday.
Did she?
I talked to her on the phone briefly. And she said, I'm going to go to church tomorrow.
No.
And I'm hoping to reconnect with her. She's, I think her phone is slammed today because of the search.
Wasn't Robin in the interview with Candace? And was she not in that same dress? Or is... Y'all got to tell me if I'm tripping now, because... So same dress, Chrissy? Why are they acting like that then?
Going on, and I didn't want to be disrespectful to not only her or the church as a whole, but I'm like you, sincerely trying to figure out, okay, how can we offer the best information, which is truthful, not speculation or this or that, but because that impacts Summer. Right. And that's why I waited. So that said, when they...
Yeah, so you can... that's just weird to me. Why even make it seem like that? Like, yeah, I was hoping to catch up with her again. And Robin's like, yeah. And I don't know. It just...
When they've been here, coming to your church here, and they obviously became part of the church family. Would that be an accurate assessment?
Yeah, I would say they just, especially with the kids and everything, they just seem to just blend right in with us, you know. Just in a brotherly, sisterly love kind of way.
Right.
Yeah. I don't actually think that they're members.
Right.
I don't think they ever joined as members.
Okay.
Which means what? You pay, right? You're paying like a specific amount every month and then you're a member?
I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that
Do you know what faith they are?
Well, I know that Dawn is Seventh-day Adventist, and I'm not sure about Candace.
What was the interaction between the children, mom and dad, the family, when Summer was just kind of being Summer?
Yeah. Mom and Dad were sitting over there listening to the sermon, and Summer was running around. And I'll be honest with you, so many people in our church It wasn't just me. I think a lot of people probably think it was just me and Summer. There was multiple families in the church that would just, have little bags and little toys and things, or have kids of their own that she would just kind of join in and play with. And so she was very well occupied. And to be honest, it's kind of, I think, a wonderful ministry to allow the parents to have that break to listen to the sermon.
Absolutely.
Because they've got the kids all the time. So for them to have a break while other people in the church who love to, have that interaction, it was a blessing, really.
Okay. What is it in your heart that connected?
She kind of looks like the girl, like just in that one particular pose off of Dexter, Deb, the sister.
With hers.
That's so random.
I love snuggles.
Okay, so you're a snuggler, huh?
I'm a snuggler.
Okay.
And my little girl is usually a snuggler, but when she comes to church, she got all her friends and stuff, so I'm not getting as much love. And so
church members do not pay for membership. So if you're a member of the church, you don't have to give them certain % of your paycheck, like tithing or whatever. Are you sure about that? Because membership means you pay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You pay tithes. You have a certain % every month that comes out of your.
Summer comes and she wants to.
I didn't mean like you pay for a membership. I mean when you're a member of the church, you are expected to tithe.
Just kind of love on me, and
a lot of people say that.
It was a good connection.
So going back to, tell me about what it.
Canadian Mama, the interesting thing about that, she's kind of making an excuse for the parents not watching them. She's also made excuses for Don talking to a 17-year-old girl like he's married, and she's like, I forget, I think she basically said at least it wasn't like a 13-year-old girl.
Felt like to have her in your arms.
It was just like having another daughter. Yeah, that's what it was like, just having another daughter. Yeah.
Right. On an emotional level,
that meant,
for her,
what she meant by being a member.
what did you sense?
I think that she just wanted extra love and attention. I mean, every kid, isn't that what every kid wants? They just want to be loved. And I think she just needed some extra love, and I think that she did. And she just found that in me.
Okay. Why was that though? Why do you think that?
Crazy.
Well, I know what you're trying to say.
No.
Wow. Wait, we're going to rewind on that for a second, because the way she assumed that. The SDA churches have been compared a lot to Jehovah's Witness churches and organizations, and in those they actually won't, if they're one of their brothers or sisters is committing certain crimes and different things, they would rather the police are not called. They like to keep those things within the church. They will, they'll punish them within the church. They know that God, they leave it up to God after that, but that's just a fact. I used to, in my recovery process, I took some time studying the Bible. I wanted to know about it so I could really make up my mind, because I didn't know who I was, what I believed in, what I liked, what I didn't like after years of, using. And she told me herself that if there was someone in the church who was beating his wife every day or whatever, and that they wouldn't call the police on him. They might punish him through the church or whatever, but yeah.
What did you sense?
I think that she just wanted extra love and attention. I mean, every kid, isn't that what every kid wants? They just want to be loved. And I think she just needed some extra love, and I think that she did, and she just found that in me.
Okay. Why was that though? Why do you think that?
Well, I know what you're trying to say.
No, actually, I'm not.
You're not.
Okay, but I appreciate you.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to understand is, in a victimology, okay, in order to understand her, okay, we have to be honest about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And because if hypothetically she wandered off into those woods.
And let's be honest, lady, Summer's life was not all sunshine and rainbows, regardless of what happened to her.
Is there anything in what they, right, there's pre-incident, what they call pre-incident behavior,
Right.
incident behavior, and post-incident behavior. Okay. So if you're looking through the eyes, let me give you a simple analogy. Okay.
Lulu Island.
If you understand the mind of the hunter,
Right, they don't live by the law of the land. Yep.
the only way you can understand that hunter is to recognize the victim, i.e. a deer.
Yes, she was, Nikki.
Okay. Some hunters put bait out and the deer comes to it and then they act. Okay. Some hunters go to a certain area for days, weeks, months, okay, knowing that at some point that deer will come across, but I've already scoped it out.
Right.
Okay. Well, some hunters wait till the deer puts their head down to eat the bait that they put out. Okay. And then they take the shot. Okay. Well, human behavior, and I've been trained in behavioral analysis, criminal behavioral
I'm not
analysis.
sure, Canadian Mama.
Human
I know
behavior
that
is
they don't
similar
really
to that
agree with government. They're
process
not. They don't really
when
feel like
children
they're under the government at all. They know that they are, and they have to follow the rules, obviously, but it's not by choice.
victimized. Okay. So in order to understand that, you have to think this idea of, okay, does the suspect know that? Or
Robin's like,
maybe they don't.
Yeah,
And it's just a little, it's one of these things. It's a tragedy kind of thing. Okay. So what I'm trying to process here
did the same
by
one that had
asking
waiting
that
tables
question,
tell me your order
okay,
so I can
is could somebody have seen that and said to themselves, okay, I've got an opportunity here.
Oh,
Are you
Allison,
tracking
have
where I'm
you
going here?
known
This is
someone
not
in that
disrespectful to
particular
the
church,
parents or anything like that, right? Because you have to ask the parents too.
Right.
Okay, you've got to say, tell me about Summer, and mom will, tell us about Summer. Okay. And then there's
Thank
the
you,
other
Johnny.
side of it, i.e.
Sarah,
people that know her. Okay. Tell me about Summer. Okay. And those kind of ideas then help you understand, okay, well, if she was abducted, why?
Oh my gosh, Allison. Okay.
What did the suspect see?
Interesting.
Because I drove up that property to Ben Hill Road, and that's way up that hill.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a
The Mormons,
really
Latter-day
risky
Saints, and Jehovah's Witnesses.
place to go.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're looking for Summer.
Right.
Okay. So I'm trying to reverse engineer it and take
Canadian
it
Mama.
from,
Remember
okay,
us
what is
talking about
truth?
that forever ago.
Not what is speculation, not what is rumor, okay, but talking to people like you and say, what did you think?
Right.
Okay. I mean, when I look at her photographs, okay, I see a little girl screaming
Wolfie, no way.
for attention. Okay, a lot.
You guys beat.
Okay. Then I look at the geographical location where she lives, okay, and her clinging to puppies and just being the only girl in a family of three, okay, with three other brothers, okay.
Family of three.
Well, okay, I can
Family
see
of four
maybe why.
kids, 6 people, but
Maybe there's dynamics between family members that you don't know about, and I wouldn't ask you about them, okay, that make that presentation in public where she comes to you and she clings on to you. Okay. One interesting observation here, just what we've been
it's hard
talking.
for me to follow him. Like, you ever hear someone talking and it's just like, you're listening, but you're not really comprehending anything besides like, na, 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 na. Like, I'm sorry, but now I don't even know what she's answering to.
talking is your little one.
A little bit.
Ignored me. Right?
Yeah.
When she came in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think Summer would have.
Yes, Amber. Her room
I think
was.
Summer would have sized me up. Okay. And probably, and correct me if I'm
Oh my
wrong.
gosh, Allison.
Because you know her.
Yeah.
Okay. She probably would have sized me up and she would have been curious. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that
Okay.
Yeah.
And why could you see that?
because I've seen her do that.
That's the idea here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Okay. So, what did your heart connect with her? Well, again, going back to that question, what connected you to?
Yeah, just the desire to love and be loved. I mean, it's just, I'm a real simple person. I just like to be snuggled and loved, and she did too.
Okay.
Oh my. Dude, she looks kind of like a stoner.
That's what I'm thinking was the connection. That, and I just love children in general.
Right.
I do. And if a little.
And back to that question, what connected you to?
Yeah, just the desire to love and be loved. I mean, it's just, I'm a real simple person. I just like to be snuggled and loved, and she did too.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking was the connection. That, and I just love children in general.
Right.
I do. And if a little child wants to hug on me, bring it on. I'm all about it, you know.
And by the way,
Anything in her behavior that struck you as being out of the normal?
No, I mean, yeah, she seems to be very
Skazi, I love the way he did the one with Hunter because I think he tried to make it less awkward and make himself seem like more on his level. I don't know. I just enjoyed that one.
hyperactive at times and
I know
doesn't
they're
always
not
respond to, whenever you're talking to her, sometimes she doesn't really want to do what you're asking her to do, you know. But I mean, I've worked with a lot of kids here and other places, and I mean, I wouldn't call that out of normal. I would say that it's sometimes a little challenging, but it's not abnormal or anything like that.
Okay. Take me back to the day she disappeared.
Okay, so
Sugar Ant, you are actually totally correct on that. And maybe she is. I don't know. That's just like...
Walk me through that.
Okay, so I was taking pictures at my little girl's dance recital. It wasn't actually the recital, it was the...
She's very excited to tell him about how she found out Summer was missing. That is... I don't know.
Practice for the dance recital, and we had a big backdrop, and I had my fancy camera, and I was getting pictures of all of her classmates, all of her the kids in the class, in the dance class, and I saw my phone bzz, 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 and it was Candace, and she was calling me on FaceTime, and of course I couldn't answer because I was taking pictures.
What time was it?
Well, dance class starts at 6, so it was probably around 6:30 or 7, I would imagine.
Okay.
I didn't look at the time, but I guess
Had you seen her any earlier that day, Candace?
No, hadn't seen her talk to her.
Okay,
yet.
so that was the first contact
That was the
that
first
day.
contact, yeah.
Okay, what happened?
And she called me maybe 5 times on FaceTime, and I didn't answer to any of them until class was over, and I'm cleaning up all camera equipment, putting away the backdrops and everything, and I get a call from a friend of mine, David Dotson. I get a call from him, and he said, Candace has been trying to call you, and I said, I know, I saw it.
See, this is why we do these discussions. Like, we come to conclusions about stuff together. Maybe she is. I never had thought of that till I saw her do that face and just...
I wasn't able to answer, what's up? He goes, Summer's missing. And I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't realize at that moment how huge that was, but I was like, oh wow, that's bad. I'll call her. So actually, I don't even think I had to call her. I think she interrupted that call and she called me. And she got on my FaceTime screen. I've got my little girl in the back seat, and she's like freaking out on my screen there saying, Summer's gone, and I called the police, and I don't know what to do. And I said, Candace, I'll be right there. I'm coming. But I said, first I got to get my little girl home. I got to get my husband and put her to bed, and I'll be right there. So I go home, and I get a bag, and I put flashlights and snacks and all the stuff in there, thinking I'm going to be up all night looking for this little girl. And I don't think I even got to the house until probably 9 o'clock because I had to do some other things before I could leave. So I think I got there around 9, and they wouldn't let us in.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us in. I parked my car down there at the little road across from the main road and walked up there, and they had it all taped off. There was helicopters flying around everywhere. There was search dogs. There was police officers and lights, and it was just craziness. And at that moment, I realized, wow, this is a big deal. This is not just a small beans. We can't find her. This is huge.
Right.
Yeah.
So when your first impression when you got there was what?
Wow, this is a big deal. That's just, I mean, not that I didn't think it was a big deal before, but I didn't understand, I guess, at the moment that Candy Summer's missing and we called the police. I didn't know what to expect. This never happened. I'm a rookie. I've never experienced anything like this before. So
what is happening?
yeah, it was just overwhelming, the amount of, and then I started getting really scared at that moment that, wow, this little girl's missing. She's been missing for, I guess, a while, that all this team is.
She's about to make a comment that makes me think that Summer may have spent some nights at her house.
Been put together this quickly, you know.
When you were on the video chat with Candace, explain that to me.
Well, to be honest, I was driving. So I was driving.
Okay.
So I couldn't really give her my full attention, but I just remember that her words were kind of crazy. She was panicking. And so, to be honest, I can't really tell you anything specific that she said. I know I probably asked her how long she's been gone for. I probably asked her questions, but I don't remember because I was distracted and she was in a panic mode. So,
Okay.
yeah.
In panic mode.
Yeah,
She was
me too.
She mentioned Don.
Probably, but I don't remember what she said about
Okay.
him.
Did Don call you?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. So your communication about Summer was mom.
Just mom. Yeah.
Okay. What about Grandma? Did Grandma come to church with them?
She had come. She had come before. Yeah, not regularly, but she had come before.
Okay. The week before this happened, were they here? If you know.
Oh.
The family.
The family. I honestly can't remember if they were or not.
Okay.
I don't know.
And when
I know they were here Mother's Day because that's when I got this necklace.
Oh,
That's when
nice.
she gave me this necklace.
Summer gave
Summer gave me this necklace.
Summer gave you that
She
necklace.
did.
On Mother's Day.
She did, and there
How
was
sweet is
earrings
that?
and a bracelet to go with it. I can't wear the earrings because my ears aren't pierced. But
That's fantastic.
yeah, so I know she was here Mother's Day, and that I'm sure she probably was here after that, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look at my pictures because I take pictures all the time.
Okay.
So.
When you got there, when was the first time you had a chance to see Candace next?
It took a while because they wouldn't let us go up, so there was like a yellow tape down.
When you say they wouldn't let us,
the police.
and who's us?
It was me and David Dotson. Yeah, we just had to hang out with the police because there was no way for us to go up the driveway.
Okay, and what were the police saying at the line there? Because I know cops talk when people come. What did they say?
They were just telling us how long that they'd been there, and I asked them if they'd had a good picture of her because I didn't know, and a couple of them said, yeah, I've seen a picture of her. And there was another couple that said, we haven't seen a picture yet. And I'm like, what? You haven't seen a picture of this little girl? So I pulled up on my phone.
Which one of these is the picture that you?
Oh my God,
if you remember.
Actually, none of these are the ones
I
I
love these
them.
pictures.
I know.
She is so. That is so vibrant.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Isn't that great?
Susan, I'm with you, girl.
I mean, she's just like telling the world, I'm Summer.
Beautiful.
I'm Summer. And then this one, I think she's just being sassy here.
Yeah, she is. She got the colored hair in that
right? Is that the one? And this one, what's up with this?
I don't know.
She's being
all cool.
Yeah, being cool. I think that's a cool shot.
Yeah.
Tell me about the haircut story, if you know.
I asked the mom, I asked Candace why they cut her hair, and she told me it was a cool summer cut.
Oh, okay.
This
That's
picture
why now.
is
Another story for why the
she's
hair was
what,
like that.
probably
Summer cut.
Oh, well, that was taken after that was, Mother's Day was the first time I saw her with her haircut, so that was probably taken close to Mother's Day right there.
Okay. And do you know anything about the red truck?
Okay, so that red truck I've been told has been, they already talked to the person. And
it's been eliminated?
It's been eliminated. Thank you for the word. Yes.
Okay.
So that actually, I was going through these and I was Xing it out, and because I just don't think that we need to be looking for a red truck.
Well, and that's one of the reasons, right?
I know.
Why it's important to keep fresh information out there, because the
TBI is still looking for a similar red maroon Toyota Tacoma. I have to think there's a reason this man put this interview out. He wasn't going to. He didn't put it out when it happened.
investigation's going on, but they're so busy they can't come up and say, hey, by the way, we're not looking for this red truck anymore.
I know.
And
It wasn't until after I got a big stack of those that I was informed that that was no longer a truck that was
Okay, that's good information. So you're at the fence or you're at the line.
right.
Was it up the driveway?
Well, there was a couple, the police were stopping the traffic there on the main road, the paved road, you know. But then you could walk this way and then go up the driveway, and the driveway at the base of the driveway where it's real steep going up, that was all blocked off with yellow tape. And there was people there and like side by sides and officers and stuff there. And then there were officers out the main road. So we just kind of hung out with the officers at the main road when we realized we couldn't go up that driveway.
Okay. When was the first time then after that you had a chance to talk to
It
Mom?
was probably around 10 o'clock or so. They finally, said, well, go ahead and go. I guess they wanted us to wait until the dogs were done doing their sniffing. They didn't want to mess up the scent.
Made sense.
So they let us go up after that. Now, David had already been up there before I had, and I don't know the details about when or how, but I know that he was there before.
Now, remember, we watched David Dotson's daughter's interview with that TikToker. That's who she's referring to.
Before I got there, and had already talked to the family. And by the time I got there, they had not allowed us to go back up there again. But I think it was maybe around 10 o'clock that the officers finally said, you guys can go ahead and go. So we went up there. And all we did was pray. That's all we did. We prayed with the family and talked to them and hugged on them, hugged on the boys. I mean, that's really all we...
Was everybody there?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Grandma?
Mom, Dad, Candace, boys, they were all there. And an officer was up there too. Yeah.
Okay. And what was your sense of that when you first saw them?
What was my sense?
Okay.
I
think we're going to pause that for now. We're at 28 minutes. I'm going to go for 1 second. Y'all might lose me. I was thinking of coming back on my phone so I could be on camera with you guys for just a minute before I go. So, hold on 1 second. Hey guys! Okay, I look like crap where I've been blowing my nose so much, my eyes, when you get like really, your sinuses get backed out, your eyes kind of get darker underneath. I would not put her on the witness stand. I hadn't watched even that much of that. I'd seen a few minutes that I had clicked in of Kelly's or Kelly and Amber, but of them talking about it. But I just don't like that. The way she talked about the truck, there was several things in that oh, thank you, Lady R. That just red flags. I mean, major, big, flying, giant red flags. Thank you, Woofy. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I guess we just keep looking and digging and seeing what happens. I think, regardless of what you think about the protesting and all that stuff, we're definitely going to hear some news related to the people involved in this because they're down there. So I'll keep you guys updated with that. Emily, I reversed at it. Like, I do like a bleach tie-dye. It was just a kiss shirt. And then I take like different colored tie-dyes and blend them together, like run them together. Extremely big red flags there. Hey, Roxanne. Oh, thank you. I just wore it in a braid when I was sleeping. But I took a shower last night and braided it while it was wet, so it kind of held a little bit better. Janessa. Huh. Look to the website the church uses for their adoptions. Oh, thank you, the Pink Dahlia. Oh, okay, Danielle. Yes, do, because actually, Danielle, someone, well, 2 people sent money for your shirt. They paid like half and half. So email me and let me know, like, kind of if there's a certain color, like number. I have a ton of colors right now too. If there's certain colors that you would like, or whatever, and I'll make it happen. Oh, that's okay, Janessa. Yeah, I can make one for you. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. You know what? I really was thinking about dyeing it because a couple years ago I got it cut like up to here. Well, it was about here in the front and short in the back. And I cut all the color out and I haven't dyed it since. But I don't know. Sometimes you just want to change. Thanks, Woofy. I don't know, Emily. This case is like no case I've ever seen before when it comes to weird characters, like questionable behavior, just weird stuff. Thank you, Canadian Mama. I do not have another one, but I do have another one, just not Kiss. I have a couple other ones right now, but I know that they have these still where I get my, like, where I will buy the t-shirts, and so I could get you one too. Oh, Wolfie, that's awesome. Thank you. Dylan, I know. Thank you, Janessa. I don't know. I just thought about dyeing it a little bit darker, or maybe I'll get it cut. But then again, like, short hair is hard. Long hair is so easy. I don't ever blow dry it. I don't even straighten it. I braid it or just let it dry on its own. Pull it up in a bun. But short hair, you have to kind of straighten and fix, or I don't know. It's just, long hair's easy. Yeah, I agree. And like Broken Dishes had said, if you watched it on mute, you would never know that's what they were talking about. Oh, I'm glad you love it, Amber. No, don't cut it. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Who knows? There's so much craziness and chaos in this that it's always something different. There's always something crazy. Humanimal! Oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? Please. Thank you. Yeah, I like bobs. It was a bob what I had, like long in the front, short in the back. Hey, they are in style, and there's some beautiful ones. Here, my friend Tia wears them, and she has some really beautiful ones. I could get some good recommendations of places to get them. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. No matter what you think, you know I love having all opinions here. I think I've never experienced a case so crazy, and it's hard because it's emotional. I don't know. I'm starting my 2nd week of treatment in the morning, and I guess it happens fast. Wow, I guess I didn't realize that you were already starting the treatments. I'm so sorry, Danielle. If there's anything that we can do for you over here on my channel, please let me know. I would love to help. If there's anything that somebody could help you with from afar. Yeah. I haven't followed what is happening surrounding Summer for so long. I'm godsmacked about Dawn and Candace get up to. Might be in arrest soon. Oh my god. I hope somebody is arrested soon, but did you see that, like, there were the protesters and stuff there, and then today, I got a couple pictures of it, I'll show you real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off of here. But, so here. They were protesting at Don's work. He called police. Here's a photo they got of Candace driving off. So it's getting real crazy. Believe in the process, Danielle. I hope you'll be okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry. My mom just went through treatments and stuff for breast cancer, and yeah, it was rough, but we got through it, and you're going to get through it too, and anything that we can do, I'd love to do to help. And then I hope you guys have an awesome night. I want to get some Harmony Montgomery news. That's a case where there's some things happening right now, so that's the third person. Really? I've not heard that. Canadian Mama, thanks for coming. We love having you here. We love having all of you guys here. Yep, Johnny, I got a cold right now. I'm just so ready for it to be over, but I can finally smell again, so I'm pretty happy about that. You can't hear me? Okay. Dawn got fired. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm hopping off here, but next time I'll, I guess, I don't know, sit closer or use a microphone. He's going to be smart. Yep, humanimal, that's what we're hearing. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Woofy, I helped. I love you guys so much. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. They didn't find anything in the yard, right? I'm not sure, Janessa. I'm wondering why they had tents there if they didn't. But I don't know. And police, I don't know. I'll see what I can find. I did post the one thing on my community page, and I'll put together some stuff for you guys and let you know as soon as I find some info, okay? And yeah, I really love you guys. Thank you, Cindy. And I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. I hope you have an awesome night. And yeah, stay warm. No, they didn't. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Stay warm and, you know, all that good stuff. And I'll see you soon, okay? Bye, guys. Master Shredder, he poisons animals. Wait, isn't that the name of a Ninja Turtle? I don't know. Let's see, here it is. A guy named Master Shredder, he poisons animals. Okay. Humanimal. That is revolting. Masters. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, okay, bye guys. Talk to you soon.